What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga. This time I'll be reacting to the chapters Quickening and Birth. I actually know it's Lifeblood and Quickening, I believe. We did end up reading God of the Abyss and the second chapter of God of the Abyss last episode, which was a kind of missing chapter. The author slash mangaka, Miura, I think his name is. Apologies if I got that wrong, rest in peace. But yeah, we ended up kind of leaving out, turn my music down a little. Yeah, kind of leaving out that chapter from other versions of the manga and kind of going forward from the original version, I believe, which was again a pretty good thing to do in my opinion. Like I mentioned last episode, I feel like it does give a little bit too much information, and you can just kind of draw everything that comes forward, even though I haven't seen everything that comes forward, everything beyond this and including this arc and what's come before in the volumes as well, to that last chapter. It kind of showing God and just giving us a bit too much information. I did like it, don't get me wrong, but and it was a good explanation. But again, I feel like it did fit in very well. But again, I feel like it's maybe a bit too early for that type of thing. Although, again, rest in peace, Miura. It kind of maybe would have never happened if he didn't do it then. So probably a little bit of interesting debate about that. I only just released the episode in which I reacted to that, so it'd be interesting to hear your opinions on that specifically. But I agree with the author for sure about leaving that one out. But a couple of interesting chapters we got today. Again, I've got no real idea what's I know what is coming with Casca, for example, and with Skull Knight, which with Skull Knight, very much looking forward to it. With Casca, very much not looking forward to censoring that episode as well. As I imagine there's going to be a lot of nudity. But yeah, we've got Lifeblood and Quickening. So let's get right into it. Do let me know what you guys think of these chapters though down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with my reactions. And let's get right into it, guys. Okay, so that is the hidden chapter right there. It seems like every chapter started with that kind of Griffith and Guts thing in the other version, which is called the Band of the Hawks, which might be kind of a special edition, perhaps, release of the manga. Again, I've got no idea. But pretty damn cool image right here of Guts. I think that's one of like the tusks or something of one of the monsters, isn't it? That he took off it. Kind of swapped it for his broken knife. And yeah, one of you guys actually made a good point. Him kind of his knife kind of blade hitting up in the air, almost hitting one of the god hand, is actually as close as we've come to even trying to injure one of them, isn't it? Look at that arm though, bloody hell. That is one massive arm. Oh, I can't scroll down. Oh, there we go. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's sick. Wow. That is sick. It kind of reminds me of that. I brought this up last time, I think. I think it's. I had it for a minute, and I remembered it after last episode as well. Malignant, is it? The one with the head in the back of the girl's, well, her kind of sister, I guess, in the back of her head. Well, it wasn't a sister, it was like cancer, wasn't it? Again, it's been a while since I watched it, but kind of reminds me of that, with the kind of head in the back of the head. Awesome drawing though, isn't it? Bloody hell. Awesome drawing. Again, I can't really expect any less at this point. All the artwork in this Eclipse section has just been absolutely immense, hasn't it? Probably some of the best we've got till this point. I would say some of the early chapters really had some awesome artwork as well with some of the monsters. But it does kind of ramp up when things do escalate story-wise as well, doesn't it? As it should. Sometimes that's not the case. For anime, for example. Like Guts are getting slapped about right here by all kinds of weird like insect-like arms and huge mouths. This guy's like a crab. A massive crab. But even again, how many monster designs have we got? Bloody hell! Every chapter seems like there's like at least like 100 crazy ass monster designs, all new. Some reoccurring. This one's cool as hell. Wow. Another Two-Face, but it's like mouths right in the middle of them. That is cool. I want to see that in action. Again, I'd love to see this stuff like in movie form. But again, I'm not sure if it's even possible. I feel like if they'd done this in like the 80s, it'd probably be like the best version. It'd all be practical, but it would probably take a hell of a lot of money, a hell of a lot of time and effort, and a lot of talented people as well. But I'd love to see that in action, if you know what I'm saying. I'd love to see that like on the big screen, just like chomping away and stuff and moving. Oh, look at this one here as well. Horrible little face right there. Yeah, that's cool. Looks a bit like a snake. That one looks a bit like a turtle, doesn't it? They're making a new what's it called? The turtle kaiju. I can't remember his Gamera, I think his name is. I never actually watched any Gamera movies, but they're making a new Gamera anime. Probably not going to watch it because again, I've never really watched Gamera except for when Godzilla fought Gamera in like the 70s. And again, I didn't watch that in full. I've only seen the actual fight. It's that shark one right here. The aquatic ones right here. All four of them. Almost got guts. But yeah, look how much damage she's taken. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. So many tears. So many rips. Just about clinging on. And not much more. We're not clinging on no more. Sliding down these faces. You know, this is such a weird thought, but they've all got noses, haven't they? The guts are sliding down backwards. Must be quite a bumpy ride. Getting all these guys' noses way down. Obviously, I don't think the people care. I actually think that's probably the least of Guts' worries, of course, but it looks like he's tried to stop himself or try to slow down at least a little bit and just end up like kind of buckling himself. Fallen. A pit of blood. Splash. I think that's blood, isn't it? I can only imagine. I think there's much else liquid down here, is there? Is this blood? It says it right there. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop kind of presuming things about what's to come next. For example, again, I always usually just get kind of proven wrong on the very next page. Is what happened most of the time, isn't it? Look at his face right there. Looking at these body parts, skeletons. They're already skeletons. They've been eaten down to a skeleton. God. Couple eyeballs. Random bits of flesh just floating. Intestines. Damn. Yeah, but fucking gross, isn't it? Oh my god, there's even more. Headless horse. Just a rib cage just sitting there. Fair few just rib cages, to be honest. And of course, the soldiers' swords. Ah! Damn, they've done the horse dirty here as well. Bloody hell. Isn't anyone still alive? Jadao! Pippin! Caucus! Raiders! More dead bodies and floating body parts are just appearing. Cass! Damn. Cass. You're very lucky. You're very lucky, guys. Or unlucky, I guess. I don't know. Depends how you see it, I guess. Lucky to be alive, unlucky to experience and survive this. Not sure which one I'd rather do. I guess I'd rather survive, but it can be argued that living through this, it might be even worse. Captain? That's you, isn't it? Over there. Gaston? Gaston, you're alright. I don't feel alright. No, I don't think you would. What's the word? The raiders? Where are the other survivors? I don't know. I was too busy running around. Next thing I knew, I'm like this. I don't know what happened to the others. It does look like Gaston is missing just an arm, which is actually quite lucky, isn't it? Still alive. Probably one of the only people alive at this minute. But yeah, he took a few hits, hasn't he? Nice to see Gaston though. Captain, what the hell is going on here? What do you think of all this? It don't seem real. It's like we're in the middle of some dream someone's having. Thinking about it, ever since that Zod monster showed up in front of us, it's felt like something's been off. Maybe that was the kind of mark of just like unluckiness, kind of interacting with one of the kind of higher up demons. Oh god. Apologies guys, there's probably going to be a few cuts today just because I'm a little bit ill. Did this all I just cut out. A little bubble. I remember doing that in I think one of my first ever videos. It was like a little snot bubble. Me trying to breathe out my nose. Disgusting, so I won't show it. Yeah, I feel like every time you meet one of these guys, or again, the first time we interacted, everything just kind of went downhill, didn't it? I mean, it was kind of destined. So again, that missing chapter kind of really does just kind of change everything, doesn't it? In a way, all of this was destined, so everything kind of rolls back to that. But it's as the God willed. But if that wasn't a thing, you could then kind of theorize that these guys just kind of bring unluckiness and death and sorrow, and just again everything kind of went downhill as soon as we met Zod. But again, we know from the Lost chapter that it's actually kind of designed, which again just is just a bit too much, isn't it? Just a bit. Everything from here on out is designed. Apparently, everything that we've seen till now is designed. Apparently, I don't exactly like thinking about it like that. If you know what I'm saying, I like leaving things up to chance and luck and just randomness, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know. Again, I'm just. It's hard not to think about that hidden chapter now that we've seen it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try and just kind of forget about it and feel like, and make it so it didn't exist. If you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what the manga wanted it, so it didn't kind of exist. So they'll just pretend it didn't ever exist. But that was the intended kind of end, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm sure that since that time we've been dragged into something strange. Sure that since that time we've been dragged into something strange. Gaston, that's enough. Stop talking. Maybe the Band of the Hawk itself was, for a regular like me, those days, too grand, too vivid. Was for a lot of them, wasn't it? Their meagre pasts, achieving what they did with the band. After the victory parties, things always seemed so sad for some reason. Like when I opened my eyes in the morning, it had all up and vanished. That's how it felt. Everything about Boss Griffith as a person was just too different from us. Just like he was someone out of a legend. Yeah. And we got pulled into the middle with some crazy story someone wrote. Oh God, what's wrong with Gaston's face right there? Oh shit. This is Femto. Looks like I was gonna say, it looks, I mean, I know he's in a bad shape, but it looks even like, looks a bit too strange right there. How do you, what is it, the sound effect for, well, I guess there kind of is. Guff. Sound effect for swelling. I guess there is kind of a sound to it, isn't there? Looks like I'm just a minor character. I mean, you are. That's pretty meta right there, isn't it? That is pretty fucking, what's it, like third and fourth dimensional? I can't remember. Gaston! Cut the crap! We can't let a place like this. As he gets fucking blown to bits. It reminds me of that scene from Scanners. I've never seen the movie. I've never seen Scanners, but there's that very infamous clip from that movie, isn't there? That head blowing up, which the effects are just fucking insane in that, by the way. Again, another old school movie. Again, you'll find that many of the best effects in movies are from the 80s. Practical horror effects, which never get any appreciation. Everything's a, there we go. Look at the effects on that. Insane. But yeah, you don't really get build up like this nowadays. The pacing to movies in general is just very different. They're much longer movies nowadays, aren't they? And they're paced very differently. If you go back and watch something from like the 80s, 70s, 90s, and then watch something from last year, for example, you'll notice that the storytelling and just in general is very different. Bit of a tangent here, but again, just look at these effects, man. Look at this. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Reminds me of this Gaston head explosion. That. But like I said, horror movies really don't get the appreciation they deserve from kind of movie authorities for their effects or anything, do they? Rest in peace, Gaston. Died right before fucking Guts' eyes. Got exploded right before Guts' eyes. Brutal. Oh, is that not Griffith that done that? Guess not. Was this thing inside Gaston? I guess so. I guess this thing got inside of him. Disgusting bastard. Look at this thing. It's already a monster inside a monster inside of Gaston. Bloody hell. A monster inside of Gaston. Fucking kill this bastard, Guts. It just slimes its way out. Looks like a spine, doesn't it? Like some kind of spine jellyfish. Special sound effects. Grab. Stab. Grab. Stab. It got away. Slivered away. Couldn't even get revenge for Gaston. That sucks. Cool design though, again, isn't it? Very cool design. Disgusting. I just thought that was Griffith just because the explosion kind of, although maybe I was wrong in saying that because Griffith kind of, is it an implosion? I think it's an implosion, isn't it, where it goes kind of inwards and he kind of, yeah, suffocates things, doesn't he, rather than blows them, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what he can do. We've only ever seen Griffith kind of use his ability once, haven't we? So there's Pippin. Is he still alive, or is he? I'm guessing he's just getting controlled by a monster, isn't he? What is this? What is this? A decapitated head? Well, what is that? I've got no idea. Am I being stupid here? I don't know what this is. Oh, I see. I'm being stupid here. That is the lower half of Gaston's face. I was thinking of it as something else. If I wasn't thinking of it as like something lying down, I was thinking of it as something upright. It was where I went wrong with that, I think. But yeah, I finally saw the teeth. Gaston. And there is Pippin. No face, which again just shady, isn't it? It's a bad sign. Any Japanese comic or anime. But Pippin? You're a... As he's got two black things coming out of his shoulders. I don't think he is alive, is he? They're all getting fucking used. Yep. Pippin? Oh, man, got his whole back ripped out. Bloody hell. Look at that. Damn. Oh, Pippin. Well, that was an alright chapter. It's quite sad seeing Gaston's last moments, wasn't it? As brutal as they were. Bloody hell, look at that. And again, as usual, some great artwork. Nothing amazing in terms of story in this chapter. Again, you can't have every chapter kind of enriched with story fucking telling or anything, but more disaster. More ruthlessness. Again, Gaston dying in front of Guts like this is just absolutely brutal, isn't it? But yeah, some awesome designs as usual. Yeah, rest in peace, Gaston. Struggler. And we're on to the final chapter for today. Oh wow. So they're just going to use him and then cut him in half. Okay. It's just like, I mean, I know it's a physical assault as well, but this is just a kind of psychological assault as well, isn't it? Just a ruthless psychological and physical assault on these humans. As I say, Pippin gets cut right in fucking half, right in front of Guts. Again, what's the need for this except for just to torment Guts? Dude's already dead. Rest in peace, man. And yep, I kind of thought those tentacles looked a bit nostalgic, I guess is the word. It is Mother Slugger. Quickening. Look at the size of him. Bloody hell, Mother Slugger. Kind of makes me, well, I'm not going to right now, but it kind of makes me want to go back and see Mother Slugger's demise, which was actually quite, it wasn't as kind of bad or anything, was it? It was actually, again, it kind of went down to the human elements of his demise, I think, and his human life, and it was actually reasonably sad in a way, wasn't it? But I kind of want to go back and see him get fucked up, if you know what I'm saying. Kind of changes the perspective on those chapters a little bit, I reckon. Oh, Mother Slugger. Was Mother Slugger in the anime then? Because obviously the chapters with him at the beginning weren't. So I don't think he was he? Ah, dear. He is a really awesome design though, isn't he, Mother Slugger? I really like his design. Quickening. Here he comes. Obviously, we know he survives this location as well, of course. The slug. Damn. Oh man. I love these big artworks like this. Again, pretty much all of them have this spiraling from the eclipse as well, which I really like. Just showing the essence of where it came from, showing how it started, showing all that kind of led up to it. Essentially, everything led up to the eclipse, and the eclipse led to this. I just love that little detail that they add pretty much every time. Yeah, some awesome designs yet again. Slugger at the top. This guy's half eaten. Just got a couple of legs out of his. Kind of reminds me of a frog when it's eating like a spider or something. And it's just got like the spider legs just like out of its mouth, just too big to digest. For now, yeah, they've all got a little something, haven't they? This one's pretty much just a crow. Yeah, a couple of them are half eaten. This one almost looks like a licker from Resident Evil a little bit. Obviously the eyes are slightly weird, but they're kind of penile head shape. It kind of looks like it. A couple of intestines hanging out of his mouth. Almost missed this guy here. Now, another brilliant artwork. This guy just gazes upon them all. I almost missed this guy back here. Not really sure what that is. Look at this bastard. Okay, how? Oh, there's the woman, the xenomorph, with Caucus. Just his head in her mouth. This one's got Caucus. This one's got Pippin. This one's actually wearing. Damn, look at it smiling in the back there as well. Bloody hell. This one's actually just wearing one of the band members. One on it. His feet like that. His hands. I can't do this one. His hands like that. and then its head, middle finger. Oh, that is just weird, isn't it? And again, look at it smiling in the back while it's like hee hee. Oh, real bastards. This one's kind of just gathering up all his the ones he's killed. Bloody hell. Oh my god. Wow. Look at this panel. Just chaos. I really like when they're drawn like this, kind of not as detailed, but just kind of again just represents the chaos even more, doesn't it? The situation, and being drawn like this, and then being drawn so chaotically. And Guts is just like perfectly drawn. Just all this darkness, clips, these horrible smiling faces of razor sharp teeth just awaiting you. Again, I really like this panel. That panel is pretty fucking awesome. Oh wow, look at this. Oh. Damn, some awesome effects here on the drawings with the faces kind of half eaten. Again, I'm a sucker for stuff like this, like half eaten faces, skull faces. This one kind of reminds me of the shot from Return of the Living Dead, when obviously it's not the same, but when the corpse rises up from the grave like this. I got the same eyeball, same kind of scary eyeball and the skelly face, but this one's actually got muscle on it as well. Yeah, I love these details. His whole chest missing. Bastards! Guts grating his teeth. As there's just like a dozen flying heads right here. Bloody hell. This is a fucking page and a half, isn't it? Again, probably have one of my favourite pages so far, with just the effects of the drawing. It's amazing, again, isn't it? That like the author has the. I doubt he's ever seen anything like this in real life. Maybe he has. Who am I to say he hasn't? But amazing he's able to draw this with such kind of realism, if you know what I'm saying. Like this could very much just like you could see something like this happen in real life. Oh shit. Bastards! Fucking hell. Guts absolutely raging, of course. And there she is. So we have arrived at the moment, have we? A big old butt. Big old back as well. I think we have arrived at this moment, unfortunately, haven't we? This is also a very brutal moment for Guts as well, of course. What is this? Oh, it's a dead horse. And even spare the horses, which I doubt actually even do anything for them. Do the horses do anything for these monsters? I don't think so, do they? Maybe they're just more food. And yeah, there she is. Japan and their fucking tentacle monsters, eh? Why is it that the Japanese are so synonymous with fucking tentacles and tentacle kind of sex and horrible acts? I don't think there's any other kind of country that has something kind of synonymous with them like the Japanese and tentacles. Although I'm not saying like everyone knows the Japanese for their fucking tentacle porn or whatever, but a lot of people do recognise that tentacle porn in Japan just kind of go hand in hand. Me being one of them. I guess for America you could say like 2 Girls, 1 Cup, for example. That was a big thing when I was growing up. I don't think teenagers even know what that is nowadays, which is actually pretty good for them. That's some gross ass shit. Literally some gross ass shit. Yeah, obviously Casca branded on the heart, which makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Which is the heart of the Band of the Hawk. The heart of a lot of well, obviously One of the only characters that have touched Guts' heart as well. But she almost looks quite cute, just being kind of unaware. Just she's like the only person in this situation who's kind of, obviously she's knocked out, but kind of unaware and kind of at ease right now. It's the only thing we'll ever get to anyone being close to that in this situation, isn't it? I guess we take it while we can. As unfortunate as the stuff that happens to her is about to it's about to unfold, unfortunately. So we're starting off early. Brilliant. Yeah, these designs are cool, aren't they? But a lot of censoring to do. So she's bleeding from there already, or is she just kind of bleeding from the kind of scratches that the monster's doing? Have they touched her in that area already? I wouldn't have thought so, but there is blood coming from there, so who knows? Hope not. Hope isn't a real thing right now, though, is it? Let's be honest, there's not really any hope here. Ah, look at Guts. Apologies for that last 10 minutes, guys. I just realised after stopping the recording for a minute that I was recording in the wrong way. So I was larger than the actual pages. Apologies about that. Might actually be a good thing though, considering what was shown. But yeah, we just got Guts absolutely raging yet again right here, just jumping into the monsters for Casca. It's not a very smart decision, but I like this kind of aquatic creature design right here. It's really cool, isn't it? I've always kind of liked aquatic kind of monster designs. This one's almost looks like a bit of an aquatic creature in the face, but oh my god. Jesus Christ. I love it when it's drawn like this, and it's just kind of, it's got the movement in the drawing from all aspects as well in this one, especially. Everything's moving in this except for the center, which is obviously very smart. Except for the center of Guts' head. Everything is just closing in on him, and he's just fucking ripping it apart. Damn, this is sick. Eventually, as we know though, he will get overwhelmed. Jesus. Berserk. He's gone berserk. Yet again. Eyeballs, jaws flying everywhere. Guts is getting ripped apart as well, but he don't give a fuck. That's pretty cool. He's got like a skelly in his mouth. Sounds like a centipede. Reminds me of Centicholo from One Punch Man. I did like Centichoro quite a lot. Ah, fuck. Ugh. Jesus fucking Christ. And Guts is getting ripped apart, but look at his reaction to this. That's kind of my reaction as well. not quite as furious, but that is fucking rank, isn't it? Yeah, look at this. Bloody hell. It's like a hedgehog. It's like a super mad hedgehog. Spiky as fuck. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is where his arm gets fucking ripped off, isn't it? I remember this one. It's already pretty much halfway through it, isn't it? Maybe even more. Jesus Christ, look at the guts, man. It's even more brutal here. Like it was ruthless in the anime. This section of guts getting brutalized and trying to get to Casca and getting torn apart and cut up and all such. But their expressions are even more expression filled here, aren't they? Bloody hell! And I love stuff like this. In general, like with music, for example, I really like emotional music more than just like a cool beat or whatever. I prefer music that the singer puts a lot of emotion in it, whether that's sad, whether it's happy, anything. Whether it's kind of emo, kind of heavy metal, anything that's got a lot of kind of emotion and a lot of the artist in there I like listening to. That's why I like Japanese music quite a lot. That seems to be the case in pretty much every song in comparison to kind of American rap and such nowadays. Like the old school American rap I used to love, because again you'd get a lot of that emotion in terms of their old kind of gangster lifestyles, for example, and the lifestyles they used to have to live, the brutal stuff they had to do. It really came through. But nowadays it's a different age nowadays, isn't it? I don't really like much of it. Yeah, look at that expression, my dude. The woman he loves. They'll do that to you. They'll do that to you. But here is the God Hand. I don't think Griffith's even been born yet, has he? Or reborn, or rebirthed, whatever you call it. Cocooned, uncocooned. Again, I just love these shots of, again, the eclipse and all these faces around it, all the despair, the human sacrifice. Brilliantly drawn out, isn't it? The God Hand up above all, but right next to this, and then monsters below eating the sacrifices. This motherfucker needs to stop. That pointy guy. As all the monsters look up. For some of these expressions. I think he's almost ready. The dump. Oh shit. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Ah, this is where we're ending, hey? That's a shame. But it's not really. It's actually quite good. Because I'm not sure how I'm feeling about going back into reading / rewatching Casca getting fucking destroyed. But that's a sick shot right there, isn't it? Does look like an egg. I guess these are the kind of the sacrifices being pumped into him. Just a guess. Horrible veins. Look at the drips from his wings. I feel like that is the case, isn't it? The kind of drips from the blood and sacrifices are being poured into this egg shape. It's creating this being. Femto. And there's that Guts just looking up. Yeah, he's being held. Yeah, his Guts looking up right there. I did think that was his hair, but that's a nail. I didn't think his hair was that long. But yeah, this chapter here especially was awesome. But a couple good chapters today. Like I said, nothing too major happened in the last chapter. Nothing absolutely major happened here as well, but just some amazing artwork, wasn't there, in both of these chapters today. Some absolutely beautiful stuff, as there has been in this whole volume / eclipse in general. There's been a lot of beautiful stuff drawn. Again, especially this one is another one of my favourite pages right here. One below it as well, just bastards. This one, there's so many awesome awesome drawings. But yeah, we've got some more heavy stuff in the next couple. Well, in the next video I'm uploading, there's some even more heavy stuff which will be out for you guys on Tuesday next week. So hopefully you can join me for that and joining on the suffering. Do let me know what you guys think about this these couple chapters down in the comment section. Again, apologies for the cuts. I'm a little bit ill today, as you might have seen throughout and might hear in my voice a little bit. But yeah, like the video if you guys did like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. So this will be out on Tuesday, I think, actually. No, this one will be out Friday, so yeah, I'll be back next Tuesday, as I already mentioned, with the next couple of chapters. So hopefully you can join me then. We'll just go back and have a look what those chapters are. Skip by that. Nice. Skip that real nicely. Oh, does it not have the? Oh, this one doesn't even have the chapters. Quick skip. Nice. Good job, me. Quick skip right there. So yeah, we'll be back with Birth and Afterglow of the Right Eye. I imagine it's when Guts gets his eye taken out. So yeah, that was obviously well, I don't know, because the Storm of Death kind of put me off a little bit. So this will obviously be covering the birth of Femto. Perhaps a rebirth of Casca as well. And again, this might be more focus on Guts, this one here. Escape comes quite quickly there, doesn't it? So yeah, really interested to see what the next few chapters have in store for us. But yeah, I'll be back next time with Birth and Afterglow of the Right Eye. So hopefully you can join me then. And enjoy the rest of your day, guys.